What makes us Israelites. This is an important lesson because a lot of us don't know what makes us Israelites, other than us coming from Africa and losing our heritage, and that's a big one. But the things, once we gather and come into the understanding of who we are, there's a custom that we're gravitating to that we're trying to put on as clothing. Our clothing is what we're about to go over today, okay? So I'm going to give you bullet points on what makes us Israelites. Let's go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 17, first and foremost. Colossians 3 and 17. Whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by HaMaShayach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, our Father, by Him. All praise to the Most High, by HaMaShayach Yahushai. But what makes us an Israelite? These things are important. Now, we know we have the commandments, we know we have the laws, we know we have the statutes. But we also have symbols that allows the world to know who we are based on what we do. This separates us from everyone, especially our family members. We have taken on the customs of the heathen and the other nations, but we have not taken on the clothing of who we are, the customs of who we are. So we're going to go into that today. And the first thing I like to start with, the thing that makes us Israelites, is prophecy. Prophecy, first and foremost, is the first thing that makes us Israelites. So let's take it to Exodus chapter 34. Exodus chapter 34 and verse 28. Exodus chapter 34 and verse 28, it reads, "And he was there with the Most High 40 days and 40 nights. Who was there? Moses. He did neither eat bread nor drink water, just like Yahushua did in the wilderness, 40 days and 40 nights. And he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments." There's no way you cannot eat or drink for 40 days unless you are completely in the Spirit. You have to be completely in the Spirit to do that. We'll stop there and we'll jump over to verse 10. So, first thing we have to know is prophecy. And the prophecy that Moses had in his hands was 2 tables of testimony. So Moses also received testament, what would happen to the Israelites, which is a form of prophecy. So I want to take it over. I had said Exodus chapter 34 and 10, but let's go over to the Apocrypha real quick, and let's touch on 2nd Ezra chapter 14, just so we know that prophecy is important. We're going to read 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 1. "And it came to pass upon the 3rd day I sat under an oak, and behold, there came a voice out of a bush over against me, and said, Esdras, Esdras. And I said, Here am I, Yahweh. And I stood up upon my feet. Then said he unto me, In the bush I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses, and talk with him, when my people served in Egypt. And I sent him and led my people out of Egypt, and brought him up to the mount, just like we read about Moses being on the mount, Mount Sinai, where I held him by me a long season, and told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times, and the end, I'll say this, of the times, and commanded him, saying, These words shalt thou declare, and these shalt thou hide. So he showed him the beginning of times, and he showed him the end of the world, the end of times. So Moses received this. So if Moses received that, remember, he received the 2 tables or 2 tablets in stone, and he also recorded everything that was written in Genesis. So he saw the end of times, right? Let's go to Genesis chapter 49. So there's a prophecy that's supposed to come to pass that Moses saw already. And he knows what's going to happen to us, but he knows that we're going to be redeemed in the end. Let's go to Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. Now remember, Moses saw all this, and he wrote all this coming from our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. So Moses wrote this, and Jacob saw the end of the times. Moses also saw the end of the times. This is what makes us Israelites, these prophecies. And then Jacob breaks down the prophecies of the 12 tribes, their generations and generations and generations through here. This is how we know that we are the Israelites. Based on this and based on historic writings, it shows us written throughout history in various authors' books of who we are as a people. This is where you get us being in Africa, showing different names, what we called ourselves. It goes into the breakdown of this. This is where you see like Judah, he will be a lawgiver, and lawgivers will come from between his feet. This is what we're all involved in today. We're all learning the law. We're going right back to the law. All those who are from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And when you get into the other tribes, that's going into the Latinos, and there's Negroes amongst the Latinos as well, but that's getting into the other tribes, and these are the prophecies of those tribes: Joseph, Naphtali, Gad, Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, so forth. And so that's a blessing of what makes us Israelites. Let's go back to Exodus chapter 34. Exodus chapter 34, verse 10. And he said, Behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvels, such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. So if you look at our nation, look at the marvels done within our people. Look at the things that we have been through. Look at the captivities that we have overcame.
जुदाई पे जानी है जुदाई पे जानी जुदाई पे जानी है जुदाई पे जानी.
Look at the activeness of our people today as being advocates in today's world, fighting and tugging and wrestling throughout the ages. Most High said he would do a marvel within us, such as have not been done in all the earth. We have seen no other nation go through what we've been
तेनू अलविदा कर जाना है तेनू अलविदा कर जाना जिउंदिया तरसदे सी है जिउंदिया तरसदे सी असी तरसे ही मर जाना है असी तरसे ही मर जाना.
nor in any nation. And all the people amongst which thou art shall see the work of the Most High. Do you understand that this man is working so hard to keep us down that we can see his writing on the wall? Look at all the things that he's done to work against us in every fashion, whether it be social media, whether it be jobs, whether it be different experiences working in the job force or schooling, education system, the medical system, the science system. Everything has been here to hold us down. The prison system, the rap music that's geared up for the prisons. The whole world has been against us, and the people who have been trying to hold us down have been trying so hard to change the narrative of slavery. Look at Kamala Harris taking up a bat to go against the DeSantis down there in Florida about changing the narrative. They're trying hard to stop everything that we do because we will excel once we break that barrier. So this is what the Most High means when he says in Exodus chapter 34, verse 10, and he said, behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvels such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people amongst which thou art shall see the works of the Most High. For it is a terrible thing that I will do with you. You see that? So these are the prophecies. Then we get into Deuteronomy 28, the blessings and the curses. But we're not going to ponder on that at this moment. We're going to continue to go through the bullet points. So we're going to put the prophecies to the side for a second, but know that this is what makes us Israelites, prophecy.